Hi, this is William from Great Affordable Watches, and in this video I'm gonna take a look at the new Spinnaker Tesei. And this is the Bronze Edition. I believe this is among the first higher end watches from Spinnaker, and they say that this watch is actually hand assembled in Switzerland. And it says Swiss made here on the dial, and that of course implies that 60% of its total value comes from Switzerland, and that also includes the movement. And as always, let's go through the specifications first. The case size is 43 mm in diameter. The lug width is 22 mm. It is 17 mm thick, taken from Spinnaker's website, but I believe it's closer to 15, the same as on the Spence. And the bezel insert is made out of ceramic. It got a sapphire crystal both on the front and on the back. It is water resistant down to 300 meters or 30 atm. It got a screw down crown and the Celera SW200 movement. So yes, this is a Swiss made movement, and I believe this is among the first Spinnaker watches with a Swiss made movement, so this is really nice to see. And it also got a helium escape valve here at 9 o'clock, and the pre-order price of this watch was $599 US, and the full retail price will be $850. So yeah, this is a really expensive watch, and definitely among the most expensive watches Spinnaker offers. And we can start off with the case. The case is of course made out of bronze, and as you guys know, the bronze case will get a patina after using it for a while, so this really shiny copper looking color will go away and become a bit more dark. So yeah, it will patina really nicely of course, and all the case patinas will be unique to your watch, which is definitely a selling point for a bronze case watch. And I have noticed that bronze case watches have become quite popular these days, so yeah, it's nice to see a bronze watch from Spinnaker as well. The crown is of course signed as per usual, and I must say that the crown feels a lot more solid than some of the more cheaper watches from Spinnaker like the Spence. Still a good watch for the money though, but you can definitely feel the improvements they have made. I'm gonna go through them and see if they actually are worth the asking price of $850. So yeah, the crown is a definite improvement, feels pretty solid. Also the screwing action is pretty solid as well. I did notice that it can be a bit hard to screw down the crown if you don't find the correct position, but perhaps that's just on this particular example. The dial color on this watch is actually dark green, and I think dark green looks really nice and fits really nice with a bronze case. And the bezel insert is matte gray. The leather strap is also of a lot higher quality than straps on cheaper watches from Spinnaker. You can definitely feel an improvement. It's not the best strap I have ever felt, but a definite improvement. The same can be said about the bezel action. It feels a lot more solid and a lot more tactile and clicky than some of the cheaper watches from Spinnaker. If we compare it to the Spence, which is a fine bezel action for the money, but the Tesei feels a lot more tactile. So yeah, there are definite improvements on this watch. The crown, the ceramic bezel insert, the bezel action, the leather strap, and the dial. The dial is embossed, which looks really nice. It's got a wave pattern with some red touches here, and vintage looking lume, which is actually really nicely done. Not overly vintage, but still gives it a really nice vintage feel. And of course thanks to the bronze case color, it doesn't look that yellow either. I've heard some discussion about this watch and that it is too expensive for what you get, and you get some solid specification, especially a Swiss-made movement, this Elite SW200, which is a ETA 2824 clone. Some say it's a bit better than the ETA, and I won't argue about that, but yeah, you get some respectable specification and definitely a step up from Spinnaker's cheaper watches with mineral crystal, etc., and cheaper movements, the Seiko NH35. Here you get a domed sapphire crystal instead. But yeah, it's still a lot of money. You can get some really excellent watches in this price range, and I would like to see this watch a bit cheaper, perhaps around the $500 retail. And in that case, I would say that it offers great value for your money. Now it's a bit too expensive, and I can see that the price can hurt the sales a bit. Unfortunately, I would have liked a lower price, of course, but yeah, that's the price they've set, and you still get a watch with high quality, with some really nice specifications that is up to par with watches from Steinhardt, etc. One gripe I actually got with the watch is that the case got far too little decoration. It got no chamfering or different layers or finishing. It's just a bronze case without any decoration or finishing, and that's it, a bit of a shame. And for the price, I would like to see some kind of finishing done to the case, but yeah, that's a minor complaint from me. And we're gonna do a wrist shot so you can see how it looks on my 7-inch wrist. Okay, here it is, and as always with Spinnaker watches, they tend to be a bit bigger than my liking, and the same goes for this watch, but they make this watch in this size, and I guess most people like it that way. I would prefer a 40mm or under, but yeah, I guess most people want a bigger watch. My wrist is 7-inch, and yeah, it wears acceptable, but subjectively a bit too big. It sits quite nicely, hugs the wrist pretty nicely, and doesn't feel too high or too big, but yeah, a smaller and thinner watch is always appreciated. All in all, this is a really solid watch. It offers, as I said, good quality, a really nice bezel insert, bezel action, a really nice dial, and the crown. But I can see that some people may think this watch is far too expensive for what you get, and that you can get a lot of good watches, other good watches in this price range. So yeah, that's a bit of a concern, but yeah, it's still a solid watch, and I think it would benefit Spinnaker if the price was a bit lower. So yeah, let me know down in the comments, do you think this watch is too expensive, and would you consider this watch? Do you think it offers good value? Just let me know your comments about this watch down in the comment section. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye.